So, quick question, Mike. What is the best anime to watch for a beginner?
Probably Boku no Pico.
Wait, what the hell? Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm being dead ass serious. Why wouldn't I be?
Because it's absolutely fucking appalling. Why the hell would you even bring that show up?
It's a good show. Don't you ever want to prove your manliness?
In all seriousness, guys, okay, the skit right then was a complete joke. It was a joke. Never watch Boku no Pico. It's an awful show. I'm literally sitting down here begging to you guys, please don't watch Boku no Pico. You will want to commit toaster bath. You will regret your entire life.
I regret everything.
You'll regret even wanting to get into anime. So please just don't watch Boku no Pico. So what's up, my diggity dogs? It's me, it's Mike. I'm here. And in all seriousness, of course, I was actually asked a question here, actually not too long ago, pretty recently. And that question was, hey, what is a first anime that you would recommend to a beginner, or somebody who's just now getting into anime or who wants to get into anime? What's a good first show to watch? What's a good first anime to watch? And my response to that would be, I don't have an actual 100% response to that. I don't have one specific anime that I would recommend you watch first over any other anime out there. Because let's be honest, there's a lot of anime. And if you was to ask me, hey look, what would be the first anime that you would recommend to me, I wouldn't really have a for-sure answer. Because the truth be told, not only is there a lot of anime, that is one thing, but you as an individual, I don't know what kind of anime you would be interested in. And the reason for that is of course because you've never watched any sort of anime to begin with. So it's kind of hard to, pick out a one for-sure anime that I would recommend over any other anime out there. So what I plan on doing is giving out a short list, and that list will of course include different anime that I would straight up recommend to just about anybody, and I will also provide a short little description involving each of those anime and give a small take of how I feel about those anime as well, and I will let you guys pick from there. So anime number 1. Yes, I have mentioned this on the channel numerous times. Don't get me wrong, but I love it, and I believe it is a great anime that I would recommend to anybody watching, and that is My Hero Academia. So My Hero Academia. Let's be honest with ourselves. If you've never heard of My Hero Academia, trust me, then you are 100% an anime noob. So, a short description of the story itself, of the show itself. The story itself actually revolves around a character by the name of Izuku Midoriya. And Midoriya is actually born into a world full of superheroes. Now, every superhero has their own individual power, which are referred to as quirks in the show. And typically, a person will develop their quirk or superpower, if you want to call it that, very early on as a child. And as they get older, the quirk will develop along with them. And sadly for our main character, Midoriya, he is born into this world quirkless, or in other words, he doesn't have a quirk or a superpower. And what happens is one day, he actually meets his favorite superhero of all time, also known as All Might. All Might then bestows upon Midoriya his power, his superpower. So now Midoriya has All Might's superpower himself. And after obtaining said power, or quirk as you will, his goal becomes clear in mind. He wants to become the strongest hero. My Hero Academia is actually available to watch on Hulu, so if you have Hulu, you can actually go and check it out. So, number 2 on our list, we got Steins. Let me tell you what, this show is one of my favorite shows of all time. It is one of my favorite animes of all time, one of my favorite shows of all time, Steins. Now, just to give a short description of the show itself, it revolves around a quote-unquote mad scientist by the name of Okubi, alright? His mad scientist name, or alias, is Hyonin Kyoma, okay? And he actually rents out a little old apartment that he refers to as his lab. Along with renting that out, he's got a childhood friend named Mayuri, as well as another friend who is, you might as well call him a pervert, but he is an absolute computer whiz. He's a computer genius. He's a hacker whose name is Daru. And one day, all of them are at their lab together. They're messing around with like a phone microwave, and they are actually able to send text messages back into the past. So this show revolves around the idea of time travel. And the more that time is messed with within the show, the more negative consequences that our main character will actually have to face. Now, this is a thriller anime, and I typically tell people that it starts off really slow before they initially watch it, because I always felt like it started off slow, but if you watched like the first episode or two, you may disagree with me on that. That's fine, but it's an anime that I highly recommend checking out because it is just awesome. Next up on our list, we have Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is actually a very well done anime. I will tell you that for a straight up fact. Now, Demon Slayer revolves around our main character, Tanjiro, and what happens is he leaves his house one day to go to a local town. Then the next day he comes back. Once arriving back to his house, he discovers that his house was broken into and his whole family was slaughtered. And not only that, but one of his siblings, his younger sister, was actually turned into a bloodthirsty demon. Now, after realizing all of that happened, he decides to join what is known in the show as the Demon Slayer Corps. And upon joining the Demon Slayer Corps, his goal is one thing. And that goal is to figure out how to turn his demon sister, his sister who is a demon, figure out how to turn her back into an actual human. Next up on this little list we got going here, we have One Punch Man. One Punch Man is very similar to that of My Hero Academia, but instead of our main character thriving and really trying and pushing himself to become the strongest hero, our character is the strongest hero. Our main character, Saitama in One Punch Man, is the strongest hero that there is in the show. Literally, by the title of the show itself, One Punch Man, you can probably detain from that information that I just gave you that he is the strongest character in the show, along with the name of the show, that Saitama can literally one-punch anything. He can one-punch any sort of enemy. And the problem with that is Saitama is constantly looking for a thrill of a fight, but he can never get one because he's just so overpowered from one-punching every sort of enemy. So, if you want to check out One Punch Man and see a main character just become just too OP to the point that they can literally one punch anything, and like every fight is over within like the snap of a wrist, go check out One Punch Man. So next up on our list, yes, I actually made a video about this show recently, but ReZero. ReZero is a great show. Just to kind of summarize it up, basically our main character here, Subaru, is sent off into a different world, which if you watch a lot of anime, you know that's a big cliche in anime, is main characters being sent off into a different world to live. But that's what happens in this anime. Our main character, Subaru, is sent off into a different world to live. After arriving to this new world, he is gifted with this power, also known as Return by Death. And this power, Return by Death, will basically set a specific checkpoint in his life for him, and every time he dies, he actually returns to that previous checkpoint. And with that being said, there is a lot of, and when I say a lot, there is a lot of death in this anime. So if you like, I guess, death, then this is a show that you may like. This is a show that you might like. So there you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed my short little list. I'm actually going to have links to their pages on MyAnimeList. They're MyAnimeList pages to all of the anime that I have mentioned within this video. So if you guys want to go read up on people's reviews of the anime, or their synopsis or descriptions or whatever of each anime, I will make sure to leave a link to all of the anime that has been mentioned in this video down in the description below. But if this still isn't enough, if you're still looking for different anime to watch, I'll actually have some links down below in the description to other anime that I could definitely recommend to you. I'll have links to their MyAnimeList page, that is, so you guys can read up on other people's reviews of the anime, along with, the description, synopsis, whatever, so on and so forth. Anyways, though, everybody, thank you all for tuning into this video. I really do appreciate your guys' viewership. I love it. As a matter of fact, it's nice to put stuff out there and actually know, hey, people's watching this and hopefully enjoying it. So if you enjoy it, please smash like. It would be super greatly appreciated. Anyways, though, everybody, I love you guys. Stay beautiful. Do not go ugly on me. And I will see you all in the next one.